We got 3 more NBA playoff games to talk about. It's back to the grind, baby. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we are back to talk some more NBA playoffs, baby. That's right. We had a small winning weekend, but we'll take it. It's better than losing, that's for sure. The playoffs have been kind of all over the place. I feel like I get a good read on some of these series, but it's been a lot of fun to watch, that's for sure. There's been some competitive games and still some blowouts because it is the NBA. But anyways, we got 3 more games to talk about. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm ready to get back to the grind. Me and the wife enjoyed the time. Thank you for all the wishes for her birthday. But a few days without kids is just fantastic. You can probably see it in my face. I'm just a little more relaxed, a little more rested. That's for sure. So I'm ready to get back to it. Before we do, reminder, MLB Best Bets video, it will be out after this video, so go check it out on a nice little 7-3 run there. We give out a ton of research help for you daily. So I'm ready to get into it, and that means it's dad joke time. I've been doing this all season. It is not easy to come up with dad jokes when you've been doing it every single day, but let's see what we got today. So here we go. I was going to make alligator for dinner, but I only had a crock pot. Maybe decent. I don't know. Anyways, in this video, we're going to recap the weekend. That's actually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, as well as Thursday, actually, because we did not have a video on Friday. And then we're going to talk some key stats for the upcoming games. And then, of course, we'll give you our best bets and the bets recap. Hit that like button. Leave a comment below like you guys do every single day. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 24,000 subscribers. Let's get into it. I'm ready to get back to the grind this week, and it starts with the recap. All right, there it is. The last 4 days, we went 7-6 overall, a small profit. You know what? It's better than losing. But Thursday, as you can tell, I squeezed into there because Ryan reminded me that we had Thursday games also. We didn't talk about it on Friday. But we went 2-2, hit an all-line parlay, the Jokic over 8.5 assists, and then lost that Lakers money line. I was 1 game early on that one. And then Allen LeBron outline parlay, we also lost. So anyways, 2-2, but then Friday, Siakam under was the easiest win we've had all year, I believe. And then Zubac double-double. He had 8 rebounds, just didn't get it done. It was frustrating. But then Saturday, we also went 2-2, which was a frustrating one because Jalen Williams was an easy winner. Porter and LeBron was another easy winner. And then Caleb Martin just didn't shoot. After the first quarter, he had 0 shot attempts, and he just barely shot. He wasn't part of the game, so just a bad read. And then Jared Allen, I'm done betting that series, I'm pretty sure, because that series sucks. Let's just face it. There's blowouts left and right. People are inconsistent all over. I think I'm just over it. Allen only loses on rebounds when it becomes a blowout, honestly. He could easily go over this, but he just didn't. Sunday, Jalen Brunson over 11.5 RAs. That man is an absolute monster, and he had one hell of a game. I didn't need the points, but the RAs he went over as well. Tyrese Maxey, Kyrie Irving, we've been doing decent on these all-line parlays. Kyrie Irving got the job done and more. He looked absolutely incredible. Unfortunately for them, they did lose though. And Tyrese Maxey, 23 plus points, finishes at 23 on the dot. We needed every part of that alt line. And then Zubac, my goodness, he was doing nothing. He had like 1 rebound at halftime. I don't even know what to tell you guys. It was just one of those games. I may have to take a break from Zubac. He was good at the beginning, but anyways, that's what we got. If you're new, that's the season record we had. Then the playoff record, 16-17, down 2.9 units. That's 1 good day away from being back to positive. But either way, it's back to the grind. And before we get into the best bets, let's talk some key stats. All right, I didn't want to give you any matchups. I wanted to go over these key stats because the matchups are kind of the same. You know, what team gives the most points to this position. It's the same as we get deeper and deeper into the series. But I like to dive into these stats. So Jason Tatum, he has 29 rebounds on only 37 rebound chances in the first 3 games. Pretty incredible conversion rate. Anthony Davis, 26 rebounds in game 4 on 29 rebound chances. That was unbelievable. 88.5%. On the series, he's averaging 22 rebound chances and 5 potential assists per game this series. More on him later. Michael Porter Jr. averaging 9.5 rebounds. We just cashed his bet earlier. This guy is a rebounding monster right now. It's only 13 rebound chances, but he's been getting a high conversion of those. Like I said, averaging 9.5. The line is starting to creep up finally. And then this is nuts, guys. It's not really. Jokic is the man, but 14 assists last game on 21 potential assists. And you can see who's made the most passes. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. He made the most passes out of all the NBA players in the playoffs in the last game they played. That's 96 passes he made. It's just wild to me. Austin Reeves, 6 assists last game, but he only had 7 potential assists. That's one of those lucky games. And then CJ McCollum, he had 7 assists, only 9 potential assists. Somewhat lucky game as well. He's not converting that many usually. And then Brandon Ingram on the other side of the unlucky side, 1 assist on 8 potential assists last game. His teammates did not help him out. And then the final one, Josh Giddey and Jaylen Brown. I realized they're on different teams. I just joined them together because, well, I was at the bottom of the page and made it easier. But they both had 8 rebounds and only 11 rebound chances last game. So pretty high conversion rate there. So just throwing some numbers out there. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. But I think these can kind of tell a lot. That's how we got a Franz Wagner over assists like last week, I believe it was, because we noticed there's just his teammates missing. He's due for some good luck, and sure enough, he popped with a big assist game. So anyways, hopefully these help you guys out. Those are the key stats for some of these players for this upcoming slate. And now it's time for the best bets. All right, this segment of the show is brought to you by our sponsor, Better Bet. That's BTR Bet, the best place to find, track, analyze, and share your bets. Click that link below in the description and go check it out. All right, this first one takes us out to Denver, Colorado. We got the Nuggets hosting the Los Angeles Lakers. Nuggets minus 7.5. Total in this game is 217. I am taking the Lakers money line. No, I'm just joking. I'm not. Okay, I got a lot of hate for that. That's for sure. All over YouTube, everywhere. But either way, I'm taking Anthony Davis over 16.5 rebounds plus assists at minus 120 on DraftKings. You saw the numbers already earlier. He's averaging 22 rebound chances per game this series. He is converting 71.6% of those into actual rebounds. If he just hits that average of 22 rebound chances and gets 72% of it, that puts him around 16 rebounds this game. I need 17 RAs, guys. That would mean we only need 1 assist. Well, right now the line is juiced heavily to the over on 2.5. In this series, he has 5, 2, 3, and 6. If he's going to get me 4, 5, or 6 assists in this, I mean, this should be a cake. He should go over this easily because then he will not have to get many more rebounds than like 11 or 12, and that's pretty easy for him. So that should be huge. But he would only need about 13, 14 rebounds. And in this game, if he does get 3 to 4 assists in this series, I mean, he has 14, 11, 15, and then we just talked about it, 23 rebounds. Do I think he's going to get 23? No, that's probably a little bit much. But I have a feeling this line might move to 17.5. I think on one book it was already moving up to minus 150. I think it was FanDuel or something. But he's just been an absolute monster, and he's a star player, and it's an elimination game. I mean, there's something to be said for elimination games when you have guys like LeBron and AD. You saw it last game. It was an elimination game. LeBron goes off for 30. AD, 23 rebounds and 6 assists. I mean, these guys are playing for their lives, playing for their season that they worked hard at. And I'm expecting AD to get 40-plus minutes and a winner go home, obviously. In the 14 games he's played 40 or more minutes in the regular season, he averaged 13.6 rebounds and almost 4 assists. It was about 18 RAs. That's right. He's averaging 18 RAs in 40 or more minute games. And that was in the regular season when he really didn't care as much. And now it's a do or die game. I just love this line. I think it's a tad too low. I think AD comes out fighting. So averaging around 17.5 when playing 40 or more minutes, averaging 22 rebound chances per game, elimination game, going to be playing over 40 minutes, already over in 3 of the 4 games this series. That's my first bet. Give me AD for 17-plus RAs, and let's move on to the next bet. Before we get to that next bet, we got an incredible promo we got to talk to you about with Bet365. If you are in an eligible state and you've been thinking about signing up, now is an unbelievable chance to do it. Go to the description below, click that link, and you can get one of these 2 promotions, your choice. First bet safety net up to $1,000. All you have to do is place your first cash bet up to $1,000. If the bet loses, you will have your wager refunded in bonus bets. Or you can just do the bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets. That doesn't matter if you win, lose, whatever in your bet. You're automatically going to get $150 in bonus bets. So incredible deals. Again, go to the description below, find Bet365, click on it, go sign up, and you can get some great promotions. So, of course, though, you must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, back to the bets. All right, this second bet takes us out to Miami. We got the Heat hosting the Boston Celtics. Celtics minus 2.5. Total in this game is 203. I don't have a player prop. I am taking a side. Give me the Celtics minus 10.5. It is minus 110 everywhere, pretty much. I'm only putting a half unit on it. And before I explain why I like this bet, I'm going to tell you why I'm not putting the full unit on it. It's because Eric Spoelstra is a genius and he's a much better coach than Mr. Missoula. So it scares me a little. So I'm going to throw a half unit on it. But I still love this bet, guys. The Celtics are so much better. They are so much better than this version of the Heat without Jimmy Butler, without Terry Rozier. In the two games when the Heat did not shoot over 50% from 3-point line, they absolutely crushed them. They beat them by 20 points in both games. The Heat were, by the way, only up 6 heading into the fourth quarter of that game and ended up winning by 10. It was a close game when the Heat shot over 50%. It was absolutely crazy. Porzingis went 1 for 9. It was just a perfect storm for the Miami Heat. And then we got Tyler Hero. He's looked awful in 2 of the 3 games. Let's be honest with you. He just doesn't look like the number one guy because he's not meant to be the number one guy. He's not meant to carry a team. He's doing it now because of all the injuries for the Miami Heat. On top of that, you got inconsistent play from guys like Caleb Martin, who messed the bet for us. But guys like him, Jovic, you just got inconsistent play all over. Their bench is obviously not very deep at all because they're already missing starters. So this is really simple for me. The Celtics absolutely are loaded everywhere. We all know that. Yes, the head coach is not very good, not anywhere near Eric Spoelstra's level, in my opinion, but they have a lot of margin for error. The Heat, again, shot over 50% from the 3-point line. I can't count on that. I would rather count on them not shooting like that and having just an average 3-point shooting game because that's usually what they do. These are not superstar players on the Miami Heat. And I just think the Celtics can play a decent game, defend decently well, and still cover this 10.5. I don't think they have to play lights out or play their A-plus game to beat this Miami Heat team by 11 or more. So I think the line's a few points too low. I think it's a little bit of a discount. So give me the Celtics minus 10.5 for a half unit as my second best bet. And now, I don't have a third best bet, but I got some leans I want to talk about. I will probably add a play in the morning. More than likely will, definitely. But I want to wait on some alt lines. Not all the alt lines are out, and you guys know we've been doing pretty well with some alt lines, so I don't want to force anything tonight. But here's what kind of a few that I'm looking at so far. LeBron points. It's at 26.5. I think he goes over the original line. But if you could get him down to 23, 24 points as a two-legger, I like that a lot. We saw it earlier. Win or go home. It's LeBron freaking James. It doesn't matter that he's 78 years old. He is still the man. He just scored 30 points. I don't think anyone understands how incredible. We are so used to seeing this. 40-year-olds don't do this, guys. They just flat out don't do it. It's unfreaking believable. We're used to it. We're spoiled by him. And then there's all those LeBron haters and all that. It's been absolutely impressive. He is not supposed to be doing that at 41, that's for sure. But anyways, that's a little rant. And then also I like Trey Murphy over, his original line of 15.5 points. But you could also take that down to 12, 13. Guys, Trey Murphy's just not been good the last 2 games, but his minutes are absolutely humongous. I mean, how can you not take a guy who's playing like 40 or more minutes a game right now to just score 16? We know he's been lights out. We've cashed with him before. He just hasn't been as aggressive. They played a little bit better defense on him, hasn't made a ton of shots. So in my opinion, it's a nice buy low spot for Trey Murphy at 15.5 when we were seeing 17.5, 18.5, 19.5 point lines. So those are 2 alt lines. There's a lot of other ones that I'm still thinking about, but again, I want to wait to see. And then another lean I have, last one, Jalen Williams of the Thunder over 10.5 rebounds plus assists. Now, it's rinse and repeat. We went over his 9.5. He cashed easily for us. The only difference is now it bumped up 1 to 10.5. If this was 9.5 again, even minus 130, minus 125, I would have jumped all over it. Would have been a best bet. Because it went to 10.5, I still like it, and I'm still thinking about it. So he's over in 3 games this series with 14, 12, and 11 RAs. Last game he played 34 minutes, and it happened to be a game where he also left injured and then came back. And so he was out for a chunk of that game, still played 34. I expect close to 40 minutes in a competitive game here. Pelicans are going to throw everything they can at him to not get swept. I think Jalen Williams is just playing with a lot of aggressiveness. I like how he's attacking the boards. His assist line would probably be maybe the single bet if you wanted to go over one or the other. He's been passing the ball really well, good potential assists and things like that. So anyways, those are my leans right now. Some LeBron points, Trey Murphy points, whether it's over their original line or their lean or their alt lines if you want to take it down a few points. And then Jalen Williams over 10.5 rebounds plus assists. So those are some leans I got. Again, when I add a play, it's just a question if I had 1 or 2. It will be in the pinned comments below. It will be on X and it will be on Discord. So that's where they always are whenever I have an added play. So those are the best bets. Those are the leans. Let's check out the recap. All right, these are the two best bets for April 29th. We got Anthony Davis over 16.5 rebounds plus assists at -120, and then a half unit play on the Celtics -10.5. Man, oh man, Spoelstra hopefully doesn't out-genius them, and the Heat don't shoot 55% from deep. But I like that one for half unit, and then added plays again will be in the pinned comments, X and Discord. So thank you guys for watching. Go check out that MLB video, see if we can stay hot from the weekend. It's the start of a new week. I hope everyone out there has a great Monday, and we'll talk to you soon.